Great day, everybody. How's it going? I'm Sandler Francois, your favorite divorce professional. And I got a story to tell. After doing over 1,000 divorces for over 15 years, I have to tell you the divorces I like most. This might sound a little harsh, but I love what I do. Not that part, but the fact that I love the work that I do and I love helping people get their life back through divorce and through other means. I have to tell you something that happened. These are some of the best divorce stories that can ever happen in all of my career. And I expect to see more, and they don't happen often, so I'm gonna share. There's a certain couple, a wonderful, wonderful set of clients I have that inspired me to tell this story. Because I didn't ask them permission to tell their story, I'm going to just give you a general outline of what I've seen happen from time to time. So people call my office. Typically, one person, the wife, calls and they say they want to get divorced, and that's fine. I tend not to get into the story. Sometimes people feel comfortable sharing it, and sometimes the stories are really harsh. I got to be honest with you. Most of the divorces that I do don't stem from abuse, don't stem from someone being a narcissist. They don't stem from someone being a horrible father or a neglectful spouse. Of course, I'm leaning towards, the men, because 90% of my clients are women. And most of them are married to men. And I'm a man. So with that said, I get all kinds of divorces and I hear all kinds of stories. But most of them are just two people that just say they aren't happy anymore. I don't know about that part. Some people say you don't get married to be happy. You should come into the marriage happy. But that's another video for another day. I personally agree with that. But that's another video for another day. No one can really rob you of your happiness if you came in happy and you're secure within yourself. Be that as it may. So every once in a while, I think God does something amazing where someone's divorce is taking a while. And if you wonder why your divorce is taking so long, you should look at the other video entitled, "This is Why Your Divorce is Taking So Long," or something like that. You'll find very interesting things that I have to say that are truthful, that'll help you understand why your divorce or your friend's divorce, or if you're engaged or calling someone your boyfriend or girlfriend and they're married and getting divorced, you'll understand why their divorce is taking so long. But this particular couple was in the middle of waiting for their divorce to get done. And I tend not to hear from couples while they're waiting for the divorce to be completed, because there's really nothing to talk about. But I got a call. And I got a call from a wonderful woman, and she asked, how can I stop my divorce? How can I stop my divorce? That always make me stop for a second. And I asked why. And she said she and her husband decided to work it out again. I think that's beautiful. I think that's beautiful. They both understand that working it out is better than going apart. They both understood that when they got married, they realized it was going to be tough. And they were reminded that things were going to be tough. And they decided, they haven't been together for who knows how long, since they were waiting for a divorce to happen. And they knew when they got back together, they very likely weren't going to be the same people that they were before they broke up. And that's supposed to be the case. You're not going to be the same person. You're going to be a newer person, because both of you have to make adjustments for the marriage to work. I even made a joke and I said, if his breath didn't stink before, then his breath might stink now, and you got to accept it. If your feet didn't stink before, your feet might stink now, and he has to accept it. In other words, things might have changed. You might have gotten involved in separate relationships, and those didn't work out. But something led for these two people to come back together, and I just wanted to share the beauty of it. I wanted to share the fact that most of the divorces that I do not need to happen at all. Most of the divorces I do not need to happen at all. But it's not up to me to judge. It's not up to me to judge. It's not up to me to tell people what to do with their lives. It's really up to me simply to do the divorce and move on. But if you invite me into your business and you allow me to talk, I will tell you what I think. And if you're listening this far, I'll tell you. It's possible that your divorce does not need to happen. Now, mind you, if there's truly physical, emotional, or mental abuse going on, I'm not even saying get divorced. I'm saying make space and figure out the best thing to do for yourself. And if there are children, whether you're the husband and you have the children, or the wife. Don't think it's always the wife that has the kids. It don't work like that. You know, if it's the husband that has the kids or the wife, make space for the safety and peace of everybody so you can then pray, seek counseling, get healing before you decide to get divorced. Divorce is a violent thing. There's something I used to say as a part of my marketing. It says divorce equals freedom. I stopped saying that because divorce equals pain. Divorce leads to a lot of issues that tend to be unresolved that you brought into the marriage yourself. No one really caused it to you. There were certain components that you contributed to. But if it's abuse, I get it. And I'm in full support if you decide that divorce is the best thing to do. But most of the people that I meet can't say that. I have people that come to me and even try to lean towards that. And when I dig a little bit, they say, no, no, no. I've even had some people say, you know what? They weren't that bad. It's just that they think the grass is greener on the other side. I'm here to tell you, most of the people that I've seen that try to claim that grass is greener stuff are still by themselves. Now, if the green grass, meaning being by yourself, is what you were looking for, God bless you. You got what you wanted. But most people think the grass being greener on the other side means somebody's waiting for them. There's nobody waiting for you, very likely. And if they're waiting for you, you're taking your same issues from the last marriage into this one. So I like to see couples work it out. I like to see couples heal. I like to see couples reconcile. I like to see them do the hard work and get out of their own way. Because sometimes we could be so caught up in our emotional state. And your emotions are valuable, but they're not the most important thing when making true life decisions. Let your counselor or therapist talk to you about that. I'm not a professional at those things, but I can tell you, I love to see when people decide to be humble and for the sake of the marriage. Notice I didn't say for the sake of the kids. There's value in that, but I'm not saying only for the sake of the kids, but for the sake of the marriage. They realize that person is just as flawed as I am. And if they can tolerate me and I can tolerate them, guess what? There's room for this thing to work, especially if we're going to try and do something new and we're going to try and be a new couple and sacrifice all the things that we thought we were right about just to make our marriage work and to make our life right. So just a thought. Shout out if you're one of those two people in that couple or one of the couples that have ever called me saying that they've decided to reconcile. God bless you. You inspire me. And in some weird way, you show me I'm doing the right thing and I'm in the right space with the work that I believe God gave me. I appreciate you. And if you're out there and you're watching, give it some thought. Maybe you'll decide to get divorced anyway. Fine. Let's do it. Let's do it. I make no judgments. I'm not better than you. I've been divorced myself after being married over 20 years. That's its own story. If you've been watching my channel, you should definitely check it out. It's out there for you to see. And I'll tell you this. Under all circumstances, if you're willing to do the work, whether divorced or you reconcile, one thing that's always true, the best in your life is yet to come. God bless you.